Are you ready, kids?
Aye, aye, Captain.
I can't hear both of you.
Aye, aye, Captain.
There's
We're not singing the song.
That was a good harmony, though. Hey, guys, welcome to the Cartoon Kids Podcast. I'm Tyler.
And I'm Tarif.
And I'm Sabrina.
Our special guest for today.
Special guest is our friend Sabrina. How are you, Sabrina?
I'm really great. How are you?
So, sorry. I'm okay. I'm mighty fine. That's an inside joke. This episode brought to you by the Rooster Teeth Podcast.
And the letter
top
J.
5 podcast. We should watch Sesame Street.
That's not a cartoon.
I don't care. Watch the Robot Chicken version of Sesame Street.
Oh, yeah.
It's not a cartoon either.
Quarantine.
Oh, that's our fourth member who is...
that's just going to be quiet all the time.
Hi, Georgina.
His name is Georgina. Long story. Anyways,
we will not get
welcome
into
to the Cartoon Kids Podcast, the podcast about cartoons and life and stuff.
Yep.
Once again, totally ripping the Gravity Falls gospel.
Yeah.
So, as you can guess from our intro, we're clearly going to do an episode about Invader Zim.
That noise? Are you
Whoa!
kidding me? I mean, whatever. But that's not the show on our agenda today. Oops.
Invader Zim.
Okay. Whoa. Okay.
No more.
You guys.
There's going to
profanity.
be a lot of beeps now.
No more
so
profanity.
We're actually watching Spongebob Squarepants, one of the most classic cartoons. I grew up watching this all the time.
Oh, for sure. I've been watching.
SpongeBob all the way.
I've been watching.
Jonathan.
I watch Simpsons all the time.
Jonathan watched Simpsons. We will do Simpsons.
Well, maybe we'll do Simpsons.
And then you will be the special
It's
guest.
Jonathan.
What? Oh, Jonathan is the fourth guy who's here with us.
Okay,
Oh, wait. We called him
AKA Georgina.
Anyways, so the episodes we're going to be watching today are Frankendoodle and the Secret Box from Season 2 of SpongeBob SquarePants. And then afterwards, we'll be watching Krusty Towers and Mrs. Puff, You're Fired. So we're going from Season 2 to Season 4. Because
Essentially, pre-movie and post-movie.
yeah, we'll see how the animation and how it differs, as well as the voice cast and all of that stuff.
All that jazz.
So yeah, we're gonna go watch those episodes. Once again, they are Frankendoodle and the Secret Box from Season 2, and Krusty Towers and Mrs. Puff, You're Fired from Season 4. You guys should go watch them as well. Otherwise, you're gonna be we'll talk about the entire series as a whole.
As a whole,
mostly
the
jokes that we
focus on this particular episode.
So go watch it, and we'll be back. We're gonna dive into the sea and watch.
Down, down, down to the bottom of the sea. And we're not finishing that song.
This kitchen's not the same without you. It's just a greasy spoon without you.
And welcome back, you guys.
Yo.
We have just finished failing every boating exam 1,500,000 times.
And let me tell you, it was quite the grueling experience.
Experience, you guys.
I just want to try that driving course. That acid pit looks amazing.
So we just came back from watching.
Just start running with some skeleton.
We watched Frankendoodle's Secret Box, and we didn't watch Krusty Towers, but we did watch Mrs. Puff, You're Fired from Seasons 2 and Season 4.
And a half.
So the usual spiel, SpongeBob SquarePants was originally created in, what year was it?
I remember watching it when I was in grade 6 or 7.
It's got to be early 2000s.
If it was grade 6 or 7, then I was wait, how old was I? I was 12?
I think...
No, 11 or 12. That makes it 2001 or 2.
The original episodes, I think,
was
were in
2001, I was in grade
1997.
But we didn't get them aired until...
It took a long time between the pilot and then the next episode. Like, you could see the drastic change in animation.
Yeah.
But it was originally created by Stephen Hillenburg, who got the idea for SpongeBob after he was doing the show Rocko's
Modern
Life, which was about undersea creatures as well. And
Rocko's Modern Life wasn't about undersea creatures.
What?
Rocko was a kangaroo.
Then what? Whoa, what show am I thinking of? There's a documentary on SpongeBob, and he did a show about undersea creatures. I forget what it was called, though.
No, not Fish
No,
Hooks.
Fish Hooks was actually Alex Hurt.
In any case...
Anywho, so Stephen Hillenburg created it when he did this other show. What are you guys looking at?
Sabrina's looking at
I'm
something.
just looking around, man.
Okay.
I'm just.
You're too fixated
Yes,
on what
on
I'm
the
doing.
So
Cartoon
why-
Kids podcast.
So
studio.
why is the Hoff on some of the SpongeBob episodes?
Well, those are post movie
The
references.
Hoff was in the movie.
He was in the movie.
Wasn't he in some of the episodes too?
No,
I don't think he
not to my knowledge, at least.
I'm pretty sure I watched a couple episodes where he just like makes an appearance like near the end.
He was in the movies.
Yes, he was.
We
movie.
are recording, right?
Yeah,
Yes,
we got
okay,
5
sure,
minutes
sure.
in.
Yes,
No,
he
we're
was.
not recording.
He was. We're just talking. Hey, everybody. Going in on our conversation. Yes. Okay, somebody check out that Hoff. Meanwhile, I'll say Voice of SpongeBob is done by Tom Kenny from every cartoon ever.
Yeah.
But for those people who are just
Skeptics?
not
He also does Patchy the Pirate in some of the specials.
And I was going to say he's the Ice King in Adventure Time. Because
What?
everyone watches Adventure Time.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's,
I didn't know that.
He's in every cartoon ever. Bill Fagerbakke voices Patrick. He's in a few live action shows, and he's Marshall's dad on How I Met Your
I
Mother.
thought he looked familiar.
Yeah, he's the
All
voice
right.
of Marshall's dad.
All right, that
You
makes
thought
sense.
Patrick looked familiar?
No, because I remember seeing the voice actor
Oh, yeah,
on
yeah.
on YTV for like a minute or like during an interview.
What else? Roger Bumpus. That's his name. Or Bumpass. I don't know how to pronounce it. He voices Squidward. And we didn't get to watch an episode with Mr. Krabs, unfortunately. We really should have. But we've all seen the show. I forget what his name is. Somebody can look it up on Wikipedia. Today's episode is brought to you by Wikipedia. And IMDb. And Rooster Teeth Podcast. And Nickelodeon.
Please support the official release.
Please go buy the DVDs. They're so cheap now. Go buy the DVDs.
All right, so let's get back on track because we're kind of veering away as we tend to do. But in any case, SpongeBob SquarePants. I remember seeing the first episode in around maybe 2001, 2002.
I originally watched Fairly Odd Parents, and I started watching SpongeBob when they had Sponge Odd SquarePants Day.
Yes, they played them back to
just
back.
back to back, a marathon. And then I was like, oh, SpongeBob's kind of funny. So that's how I started with that show. And then I just kept getting all the
Kept
new-
growing up
My
on it.
oldest brother, he's 30 years old. He still watches SpongeBob.
It's
so
it's
funny.
also good humor. It's kind of outlandish and a little bit ridiculous, considering SpongeBob can walk into a vat of acid and walk out
as a
as a
skeleton.
skeleton and still be walking all right. I was walking.
It's so
And he gets his
inconsistent.
arms detached from himself a couple
Every
times.
episode has
Every few
somebody
episodes.
with an arm detached.
I mean, with SpongeBob, it's okay because he's a sponge and not a natural living organism.
I think Mr. Krabs in a later season 5 episode comments,
also fall out.
why am I always losing my arms? He says that. It's one of those shows that makes fun of itself.
Yes.
Like when they're like, oh, Patrick, I got this invitation, but I can't read it. It was somebody who sent it obviously doesn't understand the physical limitations of life underwater.
And then
let's throw it in the fire.
Just things
They
like that.
do that so much.
So
that's something Phineas and Ferb and SpongeBob both do a
So
lot. is make fun of
these
themselves.
episodes in particular revolved around like
SpongeBob and Patrick.
SpongeBob and Patrick mostly, and their
Absurdness.
misadventures of SpongeBob as a fry cook, or just as a next door neighbor, or as a boating school student.
They're fairly teenage concepts.
Yeah.
Owning a house, owning a pet, having a job as a fry cook.
Essentially working at McDonald's or Burger King's for you guys.
Not that those are bad places.
No, sorry,
I had a fry cut up my throat.
our friend Sabrina works at McDonald's.
Or some other fast food chain.
Yeah.
That is
God.
either good or bad, but probably neutral.
Then there's also the students who have to take driving lessons,
Yeah,
right?
driving lessons.
Usually you're fairly young when doing that, right?
Going out on a date.
Things like that.
How old is SpongeBob?
I think it's safe to say he's at least an adult because he's got a
He's-
full-time job.
He's got a
And his own home. He lives
his
by
own home.
himself.
Lives
He
by
doesn't live with
himself.
his parents
His parents
anymore.
are pretty old too.
Yeah.
But then
Yeah.
again,
Do you meet his
he's
parents?
Yeah,
yeah,
several
you
times.
meet his parents.
Really?
They're circular sponges.
Yeah,
And
they're more natural looking.
I have never actually seen that episode.
there's also an
Sophia
episode where you see
Square.
his cousin, who's just like a long, thin sponge.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
an episode where SpongeBob gets a scouring side. Like, he turns around, and his back is green, like a yellow and green sponge. And the backside of him has a face as well.
Yes.
That's really rude to people.
Oh my god.
That's a later episode. It's amazing.
That's
But this show is It's a good entertainment. It's
Everyone knows the theme song.
Everyone knows it. I'll start it off.
Oh,
Who lives in a pineapple under the sea?
SpongeBob SquarePants.
But besides that,
That theme song is actually an old nautical song that people would hum. It goes da 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 da. I don't remember the words, but it's an actual nautical song they turned into the theme song. They
Indeed
changed
it
the tune a
is.
little bit.
just to
They
match
changed
with
it
the
by
show.
30% so they don't get sued.
don't they mention it in the theme song too?
Yeah.
If nautical
Nonsense
nonsense
be
is something you wish.
Yeah.
And jump on the deck and flop like a fish. That was a great joke. That's a great
So
joke.
this show we've been growing.
The theme song has stuck the entire time.
Yeah, it hasn't changed
Through
once.
like almost 10 years.
Yeah.
They're on like season 8, I think, by now.
Yeah.
Somebody check on IMDb. Or
Going by the
or
math, like
Wikipedia.
let's say it started in 2001, just arbitrarily. It is now 2013, and it's still going
More
on
than
pretty strong.
It's pretty much more than 10 years by now.
Yeah, that's 12.
Well, because they also stopped to do the movie.
Yeah, exactly. But
The
even
SpongeBob
still,
SquarePants movie,
even the
which is-
production for that, it's been going on strong. And I remember hearing that we're getting a second SpongeBob movie that's going to hit theaters.
That had been rumored for a while, but apparently they're talking
They
about it recently.
they're
so
finally
that's
doing
cool.
like they're finally like started production on it.
They've got a release date in 2014.
Oh, sweet.
So they're actually aiming
It's a vague
to
release date,
it.
but you know.
Maybe it'll be a sequel, because the movie was like... We talked about this on the way over here.
Yeah, there's no continuity with the movie and the
The
TV
movie
show.
is like... Once you're done watching the show, the movie begins, and the movie's like...
The
the
end
end sequence of SpongeBob, where he
becomes
is
a
finally
manager.
a manager. He never got to drive a...
He never gets to drive, but he
He gets
becomes
to drive
manager
a
of the
boat.
Krusty Krab. But then in subsequent seasons or later seasons, he's still just there, and they never mention him being a manager ever again. Not only that, but King Neptune is deezed.
Yeah, different. Voiced by Jeffrey Tambor.
Yes.
And Scarlett Johansson.
Scarlett
as Mindy.
Johansson.
That was a great... We need to do just the movie.
Did you see my underwear? Did you want to?
Do you know my name? Sure, you're Patrick Star. Yeah. Oh yeah, we forgot to talk about the creepy laughing in like almost every episode.
Yeah, every show that we watched today, there's always one character that was laughing very
It's so
sadistically or
creepy.
maniacally. In this episode, it was Mrs. Puff
And then
because she
Patrick with
and
the secret
Patrick
box.
with Patrick he knew the secret in his box and he was satisfied with tricking SpongeBob into showing him that it was just a piece of string. So then Patrick's just laughing devilishly and reveals to us that it is in fact a picture of SpongeBob from the Christmas party, an embarrassing picture, mind you. And then with Mrs. Puff, she's tired of teaching SpongeBob
Oh, yeah,
how to
and she
drive,
gets fired
and she gets
finally.
fired, and she's like, "Oh my god,
I don't have to
teach him anymore." And yeah,
What was I gonna say? Why does this never explained why the pencil is a real world pencil? Which is funny because I love the live action sequences they
I
incorporate
love
into
the
the
live
show.
action sequences in it.
And why does the magic pencil from Doodle or Frankendoodle have magic abilities underwater?
Wasn't
doesn't-
there an episode where SpongeBob was just an ordinary sponge dropped into the ocean and so he came to life? So if we kind of follow that same episode, the same general idea could be followed with the pencil. The pencil comes to life through the magic.
But the
of
pencil doesn't
I
come to
think
life.
you're making up episodes.
No, there's an episode.
Was there an episode
where
like that? I've
he
never
was
seen
on a
that.
ship with a captain and he drops it into the
What?
ocean.
I have honestly
so it
never seen
sinks
that
down.
episode.
Yeah.
If someone would like to
Was
confirm
it like
this,
live action?
then
Yeah,
then
let's-
please do, because we are very busy people.
There's that other
Find it on
episode where
IMDb.
the island, right? And
Yeah.
they all come up and it's
Oh,
like the
really?
puppets.
I've
it's
never
the
heard about
same
that.
puppet.
I've actually never heard of that.
I know a couple of the live action sequences when when Sandy dared everyone to go
Oh,
up on
yeah.
land,
And
and,
then
they
they
used
all-
like really
That's
crappy
the one.
models. SpongeBob was legitimately a sponge.
Just a sponge. on
Patrick was a
stick.
crappy starfish. Mr. Crab was one of those plastic crabs that you would find at a
Dollar store.
dollar store. And
Squidward
then
is just a
Squidward
really well modeled.
Squidward was a
squid.
specifically modeled squid.
No, octopus.
Yeah, it was an
Squidward
octopus.
Is an octopus, but Octoward sounds weird. It's like almost Squidward.
That's beautiful.
I don't know why like most people just immediately go to squid, but he is an octopus.
Indeed.
Well,
Squid are
doesn't-
way more disgusting.
No, because octopus have 8.
Do you see
but
squids?
squids have
They're-
6.
No,
There is-
squids have 10.
characters. Some of the background
Yeah.
fish.
Squids have
Some
10.
have 6.
I've only seen them with 10.
The more common
Okay,
rendition.
as a chef, I see them with 10.
I think
All
those
the
ones are more
time.
edible because the ones with 6 live in the
I've
darker pressures
never
of the
heard of
water.
6-legged squids.
I know
really
nothing
cute.
of
They
animal
they have,
anatomy.
They have 2 really, really
Really
long
long
ones,
ones.
and then
8 like small
8
ones.
smaller ones. They're just
The ones
like,
I know have 4. They have 2 small ones, 2 really long ones,
Hey,
and then
Tariq, how are
2
you?
regular
I'm pretty
size
good.
ones.
I've never seen one
Good,
of
Tyler.
those.
We're gonna have to look it
Have
up
a
just
good
to
day.
make sure.
It's been alright so far.
Okay.
Oh, hey guys.
Oh,
what's
you guys,
up?
you guys are done your
okay.
conversation. Oh, thank you.
Yes, we are.
Assholes.
Let's talk about Bikini Bottom as a world.
Bikini Bottom
It's
as a
pretty fun.
world. It's
Well,
pretty far fetched.
Isn't it?
SpongeBob
It's like
knocked
mostly
down the
fish.
city, though.
It's like cans.
Yeah, they're all
I
like
think
really
they're
messed up.
drinks, soft drinks.
Yeah,
'cause
that's
the,
like floated down into the bottom of the
yeah,
ocean.
the straws on the top like the
They're like
chimney.
metal.
The Krusty Krab is a lobster trap.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was like
Yeah.
a treasure
You guys have
chest.
never
no,
noticed that?
It's,
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
I
a
know
lobster
that.
trap.
Yeah, yeah.
And the chum bucket's literally a bucket.
And then
Yeah.
Goo Lagoon
By the way,
is just
chum
full of
is
glue.
ground up
Goo.
fish guts and stuff that they base. What do they do with chum?
They toss it out.
It's like. Come back to me in a second.
Okay,
Put 'em on the
We'll look
spot.
it up on Wikipedia. How many times have we said Wikipedia?
A couple times.
3.
Put that into a mini
Or
contest one
IMDb.
day.
Yeah, we count the
How many
numbers.
times have we
Podcast
said
brought to you by
Wikipedia?
Wikipedia.
How many times have we said Wikipedia, including this one time?
Don't forget to do the math.
Did you say Wikipedia?
I did
say Wikipedia.
Our theme song should just be Cartoon Kids Podcast Wikipedia. It's also the most inconsistent
Yeah.
source of information.
Well, it gives us a
Yeah.
general idea of what we need, which is
General idea. We forgot to do the thing.
General
How I Met Your Mother. We
Yeah.
should just have a How I Met Your Mother podcast.
no.
We should
No.
totally start a How I Met Your Mother
Well, it's
We're
podcast.
getting off track, you guys.
Yes, getting out. Were we
So
on track
SpongeBob.
before?
Yes.
We tried.
We
So
to-
stole the
SpongeBob.
track.
How have we all worked
So
at a terrible
Pokemon.
fast food place?
Yeah.
I
You
have.
watch Pokemon.
Yeah, I have.
I have. Sabrina has past tense.
No, she's.
Did you? Where
she
did you work?
Still is.
Where did you work?
I worked at a Subway
Oh,
restaurant.
that's not terrible fast.
No,
food.
it wasn't
It's not
terrible, but like
crusty crab.
but the people there sucked, and my manager was a douche,
Oh.
so that's why it sucked.
A douche is a naughty person.
Oh,
Children.
I mean, yeah,
That
yeah.
you should not use
my
their own
manager was
public.
a really bad man who would not let me take days off to see to go to the hospital or see my sick dad.
Oh.
Yeah.
So happy things, Jonathan. Well, have you been a fry cook of sorts? Like not at a terrible place. Yeah, you're a real chef.
I've only been at probably higher end restaurants. That's the only where I work.
Like the episode where Squidward turned the Krusty Krab into a
fancy
five-star restaurant
5-star restaurant.
to impress Squilliam.
Squilliam.
Squilliam
No,
Fancy
That's his
Son.
son.
Oh,
That's his
his
arch
name.
nemesis. That's
oh
great.
okay.
Try imagining him naked. Try imagining naked. Oh no, he's gorgeous.
Yeah, so I feel like there's a difference between season 2 and beginning and what they're doing now.
There's a huge difference considering the animation that they've done
Yeah, the
before the
animation's
movie
changed.
and after the movie. Before the movie, it felt more traditional. It looked like it
And
looked
now they
softer.
go
and-
through digital. It's easier
yeah,
to crank
everything
out.
is.
But
it's,
even the color, the previous one, the color's a little more pastel. It's lighter. Now it's a lot harsher.
All the
more
backgrounds
digital.
are traditionally done.
everything, yeah. But like in terms
Which
of
is
animation, it used to be softer. But as Sabrina was saying, the newer episodes are
They look
animated.
so crisp.
They're
yeah.
clean. They're like super clean, super crisp, and there's a distinct visual difference.
There is times when they do have to like completely like that stuff is usually done digitally.
Yeah.
But like not through like Flash, but like through a much better higher end animation program. So it looks like it's traditionally animated, but sometimes there are times when they have to traditionally draw out a pose or something. That
Yeah, because
doesn't
some of the
exist.
poses that exist in that show are a little outlandish for
Although-
vectorized programs.
Although even in traditional, like the original way, they would still convert it to digital lines and
Yeah,
stuff. Usually.
yeah, for sure. for
Like
sure.
traditional is more like Disney
Yes.
animation
Yeah.
movies where you could tell their lines.
I find that between the pre-movie episodes and the post-movie episodes, the jokes are like in the earlier episode, the jokes are more like they make a little bit more sense and they're just fun, silly. But after the movie, it seems
Silly.
yeah, just silly. But after the movies, it seems to have become a little bit more ridiculous, and it's like they're pushing their own silly factor and just making it crazier and crazier.
Yeah.
So
Some whispers
not
going on over
not
here.
that it's a bad thing, but it's a notable difference that SpongeBob has changed significally with the turn of the movie.
How great are the faces though?
Oh my god,
Like,
some of the faces
all
are
the
wicked.
random faces they draw.
Like the really like those a moment where where Patrick, or no, not Patrick, Squidward is like, does this face look serious to you?
Oh, yeah,
and it zooms up and it's like
the
this
hand-
nastiest,
that's like the
disgusting
hand-drawn.
drawing that you've ever seen, but it's so detailed and you just
They have like a board they show like the documentary they're making of. They have a board where they just keep random post-it note doodles. Wow, everyone is on their phones right now except me.
no, don't worry. I'm still paying attention.
They have like a board of post-it notes of just random versions and drawings of. That's where like the Pinhead Patrick came out from.
Who you calling Pinhead?
Where it's just like with the most absurd-looking face. Looks like somebody kicked it in a little bit.
Yeah, it's
Those
like
are just random drawings they toss around the office. Like, let's use this one.
yeah, it's like a pug that ran into a wall.
Ugh.
Pug
Or
ran.
a Persian cat.
Have you seen that?
A pug running into a wall.
Why are Persian cats creepy? Oh, they're just like
Faces
flat
are
face.
pushed in. Yeah.
Yeah, those are kind of creepy.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about
if
Sandy.
if you take
we
a
have
cat, take a
Well-
regular cat, it's cheap. You punch its face in, it's expensive. There's a
What?
Persian cat.
What?
In any case, we haven't talked
And
about
that- and that's-
Sandy.
and that's
We haven't
the-
talked about Sandy mostly
There's
because
the
she's not.
anatomy
That's Animal
of the
Corner.
podcast.
Yeah, but Sandy, as most of you should know, is a squirrel who lives on land
Texas.
from Texas. Yippee ki
She has a funny voice.
Yes,
She's
she
the
is.
greatest.
She has a wicked voice, and she's a karate master who, for some reason, decided to move under the sea.
There's like an episode where she says she did it for scientific experiments.
Yeah.
Because some guy also comes down in a squirrel suit to observe all the things that she's done.
Yes,
but
yes,
SpongeBob accidentally blew them up that day. And then like she gets pissed at SpongeBob. I mean upset. Yeah. They actually did have an episode where they explained the reasoning behind
I
it.
guess so.
Have
Okay.
anyone ever seen SpongeBob Sick Pants?
No.
If you haven't, don't watch it.
Is that the one where he like inflates the size of a balloon or something? What are you talking about? SpongeBob
When he gets sick and
Pants?
like Patrick tries to do
No,
some
this
like,
is a
crazy
this is a
shit.
YouTube parody of SpongeBob.
Oh.
Oh.
You shouldn't watch it then.
We won't include it in the link dump
Include what?
or the show notes.
Exactly.
That's so subtle.
Yep.
How long have we gone?
It's been
for?
22 minutes. So far.
Wow. Okay, so we should wrap it up a little bit.
All right.
Oh,
So
excuse me.
long
Hey,
story.
Gus.
I am. Hey. This episode is brought to you by Binga,
And
Alpha Brain.
You have to completely fix.
save money by switching your car
What if your
insurance.
sponge didn't know it was a sponge? I think we've all heard a little bit of Gavinisms.
Probably.
This episode brought to you by the Rooster Teeth Podcast. We don't know. Do we have any idea what we're doing next week?
Not yet, but
I think we'll pick two contrasting shows.
I think we should still touch upon that Spider-Man.
Yeah, I think we'll do like two completely different superhero shows.
Yeah, or even old Spider-Man and new
Or Spider-Man and new Spider-Man. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe we'll actually do Gravity Falls.
We'll see.
If only
Eventually.
people had a video
episode-
podcast to
new
see,
episode
they'd know
fi-
what we're talking about.
New episode February 15th.
Yes.
Maybe that's why I thought Wreck-It Ralph came out on the 15th. Because
Oh, okay.
Gravity Falls comes out on the 15th.
Yeah.
We all love Wreck-It Ralph. We all have seen it at least
Twice.
two or three times.
Twice.
Hey, let's go get some
Two
Team
times.
Hortons.
You've seen it 3 times.
I've seen it 3 times. All right, so let's wrap up. Visit our website at thecartoonkids.tumblr.com. That's our website with our SoundCloud posts on it. We'll probably have to change from SoundCloud unless we want to pay for more episodes.
We'll have to see.
Also, facebook.com/ the Basement Kids. That's my improv group. The Cartoon Kids. That was total. Anyone else want to plug anything while they're here?
This podcast brought to you by the Basement Kids.
Yeah, brought to you by the Basement Kids. Improv masters and all around funny people. That was.
Also brought to you by donkeys.
I think she was trying to mimic.
what song? What's song?
I think she was trying to mimic SpongeBob's laugh.
Shut up.
Were you?
Yeah, you have to do this.
You have to like. You can't see us, but we're taking our hand,
I'm tone deaf.
our first finger, and we're rubbing it up and down on our Adam's apple like this, and then you do the Anyway, so if you want to drop us a suggestion for episode or episodes or particular cartoon, we have a list of like 63 cartoons, all let's do some classics.
Yeah.
Let's do the Jetsons and Family Guy.
Dude.
Or not Family Guy. What?
Family
Jetsons and Flintstones.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
There you
they're
go.
like this by the same guys. It's essentially the same thing in a different time period.
but we should jump back to or even like
Scooby-Doo.
Bugs or Tiny Toons Animaniacs.
Sure.
That would be something. That would be a good episode. That would be a great episode.
Animaniacs.
All right, so this
All right.
is Tarif.
I'm Tyler.
Sabrina.
Georgina.
And we are... and
Tyler, Tarif, Sabrina, Georgina. And
Nice.
actually,
It works!
is that anything? That's not
No.
anything, is it?
No, it's not.
It's something. We'll figure
in
it out.
any case, this is us signing off. Until next week.
Bye.
Thank you.
Let's do the SpongeBob credits.
And
And that's it.